Hey, good afternoon, well, good evening, should I say, and welcome to yet another fantabulous, and I know that's not a word, but it's our word for the night, fantabulous episode of On the Scene. I'm your guest host yet again. It's She Bananas in the building, and I am here on behalf of the CEO of the show, the lovely Miss Barbara Foster, who is sitting in the background doing what she do, producing. And to my right, I got the one and only, like, she is a rising phenom. I mean, like, Chicago female artist unlike no other. And when I say unlike no other, she's definitely unlike no other. I got Miss DeLaFaye.
Hey y'all.
Ew.
What's going on?
What's going on, girl? Happy day. You know, it's always a blessing running into you.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it's been a long
It's
time
been a
coming.
very long
You know what I
time.
mean? Us
It's a
sitting
while.
down. So I'm glad that I'm able to sit down on the scene with you because I would rather do it no other place than here. You
Yes,
know what I'm
yes.
saying?
I'm
On the
happy to
scene.
be here. I'm very happy to be here. Yeah.
So for everybody that's tuned in,
Yeah.
you are a Chicago musician,
Yes.
visionary,
Yes.
songwriter.
Yes.
You, you are one of the many hats.
Many hats.
Many hats, and we're gonna talk about hats in a moment. You get what I'm saying? 'Cause you know for your hats.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So first, let's talk about the start.
Okay.
You definitely, we already know, many that know you come from a musical background,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Your mom was a musician, she was in a band.
Yeah.
Your grandfather
Mhm.
played the bass, you
Yes.
know what I mean? So it's
Come on,
no
homework.
wonder, it's no wonder, girl, look. I know Barbara done told you, I do
Come
homework,
on,
I do
homework,
homework.
yes.
Plus, I know your manager, like, personally, like,
Okay. Yes.
I've been knowing you for a minute.
Yeah.
I met you, actually,
Mhm.
when I first got into music.
Okay.
Why not radio?
I was telling her, I said, I
Mhm.
can't remember exactly
Why
where we
not
were,
radio?
but I remember it was at a radio interview. I was like, that's where I met her.
Yes, you had green hair then,
I did.
like your hat.
I did. My hair was green.
And green is your favorite color, I know.
Well,
that.
actually,
You didn't change it.
well, pink has always been my favorite color, but I've noticed that green gravitates green. So I've been wearing a lot more green lately.
I
Yeah.
feel like the green for the money and
Yes.
the blood, the red for the blood, so
Yes.
the tears
Yes.
that you do, what you use to do what you do, should I say,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So let's go back.
Okay.
You know, like I say, you come from a musical background.
Mhm.
According to my study, you started at the age of 15, and
Yes.
you were excited from attending a rap battle.
Yeah.
Take us on that journey, girl, and
Um.
why was it right then and there? What about that battle made you say, you know what? Okay, I've been growing up in this music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I wasn't. I think you probably wanted your own vision. Everybody don't want to do what everybody else in
Yeah.
their family is doing, right?
Yes. Yes.
And then you go to that battle,
Yes.
and you like, you know what?
Yes.
I think I can change my mind. Take me on that journey.
It was, it was at a Pacer game, and at the Pacer games, they always have like outside festivities.
Okay.
So you had to sign up during the outside festivity. So it was me, one other young lady, and then the majority of the contestants were males or guys. So, I'm like I said, I'm 15. My parents don't know where the heck I am, so I had no intentions on going into the Pacer game. I was just out there for the festivities. So once I got signed up for the competition, I won a couple rounds outside. They're like, hey, whoever wins, we're gonna handpick you guys, and you're gonna go into the stadium and you're gonna battle in front of these thousands of people. I'm like, okay. So
Wait a minute, hold on, wait, pause. So let me refresh myself.
Yes.
So you mean to tell me your first time doing it,
I was in front of thousands.
you did it big?
Yeah, I was in front of
Come
thousands.
on, girl.
Yes,
You set
I
the
was.
stage for
Yes.
your aura.
Yes.
Come on, continue.
And I got out there, and I was the only female, and it was three other guys, so it was 4 contestants. And I got out there and I did it. And just like the crowd just started going crazy. That was when I knew, like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Like, just the feeling, just the hearing it, it was an adrenaline, it was everything.
But before we got to the adrenaline, you had to go up there.
Yeah.
How did you, like, never doing it before, how did you muster the nerve? Because you have artists, and I mean, you have people that do what they do in the industry and still get bubble guts. Look, I just said, I'm nervous.
Don't get twisted. I still get bubble guts. Don't get twisted.
How do you deal with it?
You know what? It's just it's a small feeling and it just goes away. I think more so for me, it's not I'm frightened or scared. It's just I'm excited and everything's just kind of intertwining. Like my manager says that when I get that's DeLaFaye coming out. Because during the day I'm Danielle. I'm business. I have a 9 to 5. I still work. But when I do performances, that's when then DeLaFaye's coming out. So, but even during that time when I went down there to battle them, I had always done like talent shows and stuff like that. So my mother always had me in front, always pursuing like singing and things like that. That was just the first time that I ever started rapping. Okay. And that's when it was just like, so the butterflies were there, but I got out there and
so
just
music is ultimately your destiny.
It's just something that I know that I'm supposed to be doing. It's just like when you just know that's what you're here for. Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah.
You got a lot of great music out. Your music, and before we dive off into it, because later on we're gonna listen to some tunes, right? Different. Okay. Very versatile. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah. And I never know. That's what I love about you as an artist, because you're soulful, like you say. You come from an instrumental family, but with that, you're a rapper. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You got country music. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? You got a little bit of everything. Yeah. When you're going on your journey and you're ready to write, where do you go to? Where do you dive off into to say, you know what, I want to write a song about this? Is it always inspired by something in your life? It's just,
It's not always inspired by something in my life. I take just experiences that other people have. My friends may come to me and tell me about a certain situation. I may hear a track and then I'm like, oh well, man, that's a good topic, and I just kind of take it from that. So it's really, I take the topic, and I turn it into a concept, and then from there it just kind of blossoms. But I mean, the majority of my music, of course, comes from personal experience. So I've been through heartache, I've been through breakups, I've cheated, I've done, I've been through a lot of those things in my life. So a lot of my music, of course, is going to reflect that. Yeah.
Okay. And on this journey, speaking of heartaches and breakups and things like that, you've had quite a few yourself. Yeah. Talk about that. What was your worst, your most vulnerable point in the industry, and how did you overcome it and say, you know what, I'm not gonna let that make me walk away from my dream, because it's hard for a lot of artists.
Probably my most vulnerable point was when I was homeless. I'm not having a roof over my head, and trying to live day by day during that struggle, during that time. I did have a short, span of depression, because things weren't going the way that I wanted them to go in life during that time. So I consider myself to be quite a strong person, but I always check on your strong friends too. Because
I say that all the time. Mental health is very important.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And if you don't mind, since you brought it up,
when
you were going through depression, because it's a lot of us that suffer
Yes.
from it
Yeah.
silently. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because we fear judgment.
Yeah.
You know, or
Yeah.
people not helping.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
How did you overcome and your depression?
You know what?
What worked for you, should I say?
I had a good support system, and it wasn't a multitude of individuals. It was a person
Okay.
who really helped me during that time period, which is my manager.
Okay.
You know, I used to sleep on her couch.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of relationship that we had. You know, she was there for me during that time period of my life, which was long ago, but even to this day, you know, she still is there. You know, she has rocked and rolled with me since day one. And, you know, I can't thank her enough, and I don't, you know, she always just, you know, she just kind of brushes it off, but she really doesn't understand that she was a big, a big point in my life, you know, a big staple in my life where she got me through a lot of things. You know, she believed in me when nobody else believed in me, you know, since day one. So, you know, I was able to have that person who I was able to, you know, talk to, who had the ear. So it's really important that, you know, that you have somebody that you can always turn to that won't judge you, that's just there to help and assist. Yeah, absolutely.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Especially dealing with any type of mental ailment.
Yeah.
You gotta come.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that.
Of course,
I
of
definitely
course.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
So many rather keep it suppressed.
Yeah.
Because of
Yeah.
the judgment.
Absolutely, but that makes you a stronger person, you know, talking about those things. And, you know, that's a point in my life that got me to where I am now, you know, and I was able to get through that. And now it's just like, can't nothing stop me now.
Yeah, because
you know?
you're definitely a firecracker out there, just popping, baby. You get all kind of music dropping, like, boom, every time you turn around, boo, boo, boo. And I love it, you know. Let's talk about the music.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
New music,
Mhm.
beginning of the year. You
Yeah.
got a new song out.
Yeah.
You know we gonna talk about the mess. We gotta touch the mess.
Oh my
Wouldn't be an
goodness.
interview without touching the mess.
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk about the good stuff.
Okay.
Better, you
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
Better. That track, soft, soulful,
Yeah.
sultry. Your singing side.
Yeah.
You know,
My
your
sexy
R&B.
side.
You know, when I was listening to your music, you know who you remind me of?
Who?
Well, not for its sound,
Mhm.
but your whole vibe.
Mhm.
Crazy,
Mhm.
sexy, cool.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
TLC.
Really?
That's what we get. We get a little tender loving cat.
Okay.
With each
That's the
track
first time
that
I've
you
ever
drop.
heard that.
Yeah.
That's
like,
the first time I've heard
because
that.
look at your whole vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know what you're gonna get. That's what makes it crazy, right? Look. Stand up for the people. Stand up for the people. Look at your swag. That's sexy. What we doing right now? Cause we're not cool. It's a whole vibe over here, right? You get what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. Your music, when whatever track you put on,
Yeah.
it's like a cool vibe.
Yeah.
But it's some type of sexiness in
Yeah.
it, but not over sexy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the over sexiness in the music of today? You know?
You know what? It's get your money. You know, I'm never gonna knock the next person. You know, I just have a different way of looking at things. You know, I just kind of feel like how you come into the industry is the respect that you get in the industry. And, you know, which I can honestly say, I've never had to encounter, you know, any type of disrespect when it comes to me as a woman.
Okay.
When it comes to me in the music industry, and I can say that because of probably, you know, how I present myself. You know, I'm about my business.
Crazy, sexy, cool.
Crazy,
And
sexy,
that
cool.
means
So
I'm not to be played with. They can look at you and say, I'm not. It says
Yeah.
I'm not to be toyed with.
yeah.
But I'm cool. I'm approachable.
Yeah,
You know
absolutely,
what
absolutely.
Let's
Sweetest
get back
person
to
in the
chit
world.
chat. Right, we can have a conversation. You
Yeah.
performing everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, you're not like a lot of Chicago artists. I have to say it.
Mm-hmm.
They're afraid to step up out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
What was your push? You know, to say, you know, I want to do more with my career, and how did you take that first jump into performing at other venues out of state?
It was just more so I got bored.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love Chicago. I love Chicago so much. We have an amazing plethora of artists here. But I can't keep performing in front of my peers. You know, it's time for me to venture out. It's time for me to go capture other fan bases. You know, so not even just rap and hip hop. You know, I want to do R&B. I want to do soul. I want to do live bands. You know, I want to do every aspect of music so that I have a choice of whatever door I want to walk into. So if this door is not opening up all the way, then one of these doors is gonna open. So I always keep that variety of my music and my creativity completely open. You know, completely open. Whether I'm, you know, wanting to do country music or ballad, or if I want to do trap or twerk music or whatever. You know, I always just want to keep that creativity open, because there is no limits to music. You know, there's no limits to this.
Let's talk about the creativity.
Mm-hmm.
You write all types of music.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get writer's block?
Of course.
Which music that you're writing gives you the most struggle with trying to put it together? Which genre should I say?
Probably hip hop.
Okay.
Probably hip hop.
Why do you feel that is the most challenging?
I'll say because I want to be creative, especially in this era. You want to be creative, but you don't want to be dated.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of music now is kind of real quick, real
right.
witty. People not listening to what you're saying. You know, it's more so the beat,
The hook.
the hook, right? So it's when it comes to
The
hip-
booties.
the-
Let's say the booties.
And
We
you
gotta
know,
say the booties.
It's when it comes to hip hop, it's just kind of like you have so long to capture that audience in hip hop because it's so quick, you know. And like I said, if the hook is not on point, the beat better be on point. One of those two, because 9 times out of 10, they're not really listening to what you're saying in your verses. It's your hook or that beat that they're listening to. So that takes me the most time because I want to make sure it's catchy. I want to make sure that the beat is right. I want to make sure that the cadence is right. So it's a whole lot. As far as R&B is just a real slow tempo. You know, you talk about your life struggles. You know, people are more inclined to listening to R&B because it's rhythm and blues. People want to hear what you're going through. So,
knows, yes. I'm just saying. And that's sad though,
Yeah.
because people rather hear you in pain.
yeah.
You
But
know what
Mary
I'm
J.
saying?
Mary J. is perfect. When
Man.
she started talking about she happy, we like, nah, Mary, we ain't with that. Like, you know, for real, seriously.
This is true.
That's
This is
real.
true.
Yeah,
But
that's
when she
real.
came back with the whole damn year.
Oh yeah. We
The
was right
London,
back.
the London, oh
We
my
was
God,
right back.
that track right, that album right there is off the chain.
We was
It
right
is.
back.
We
was right back.
You got me acting all naughty. But I love it.
Yeah.
Dang, I couldn't forget where I was at. Got me acting all bad. With that being said, let's dive off into the music. I want to
Okay.
go back to the music.
Okay.
You got us a track now.
Okay. She's so funny. She is hilarious.
Hear that sugar honey iced tea, right?
Yeah.
Hot track,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Hot. Remix hot too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But there was a little situation with you and Asian dog, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
Because she got a track out called.
I'm not allowed to say it no more, so you gotta say it.
I don't know. Honey. What?
None of that.
None of that. Yeah. None of that.
I'm sorry, I was told I was not allowed to
None
say
of
it
that.
no more. Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
It was
You know?
devastating. It was devastating. I don't listen. Let me tell you something. I don't care if you're not an artist, you're not gonna understand it. Especially if you're an artist who has been doing this on your own. You know, you don't have a major push behind you. You are independent. For someone to come along and to claim something as if it is theirs, that's devastating, especially, you know, when you're investing in yourself, you're spending your money for studio time, you're spending your money to, you know, get your music mixed and mastered and things like that. So, of course, it's gonna be devastating, but, you know, at the same time, it's happened so many times throughout the music industry. It's just like, and they get so clever with it.
Yeah.
They
Like
get
to call
even
them
more.
a hawk.
Yeah,
That's what you
I
call
call
them,
them hawks. They sit and they pray over just, you know, independent artists just to see, you know, what they're able to take. And it's happened actually predominantly in Chicago. They take a lot of
How do
Chicago
you feel?
music.
You know, being an artist that has experienced it.
Mhm.
There are a lot of artists that's going through it. What would
Yeah.
be your advice to them?
Mhm.
You know, not to be in that position again, or to fight in fighting for their rights. Like, how did you handle this situation? Because I know it's still an ongoing
Yeah,
thing. But
yeah.
what is the first steps that
Yeah.
they would need to take in order to
I mean,
like, regain their rights?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's easier to fight if it's a word for word type of situation. You know, if your music is copywritten, of course, which your music should always be copywritten, it's easier to fight that, you know, but you can't, it's hard to fight a concept. You see what I'm saying? Because I can sing about a banana. You can sing about a banana, but the words are not the same. But the concept is there, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a little bit more difficult in retrospect to my situation, because she.
Well, you had a hotter
Yeah.
concept. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's the truth.
But I just channeled it into.
I challenge y'all to go and listen to the track. Listen to both of the tracks and tell me who go harder. I guarantee you, this one right here, hit it, go harder. And the remix, even harder.
And I use a remix to channel my. So one thing I can say is, don't let that stop you, because I could have just let that stop me. I could have just went in and just gave all of my energy to that. But I didn't, you know, I took the track that I felt like was taken from me and I made a remix out of it. I made a song.
Woo!
I just came right back 2 days later. You know, I just used it as creativity. It just fueled me.
I love the remix. And
Yeah.
remixes are not like they used to be.
Yeah.
Like remixes
Yeah.
don't give you that R. Kelly type
Yeah.
of vibe. You know, when you put that sauce on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like surefire. And
Right.
that's what you got. You definitely got that sauce. You know what I'm
I
saying?
appreciate it.
Man, YBE Music.
Yeah.
You know, you signed to YBE Music.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Trey G.
Well, why did you decide to sign? Yeah, a label.
Yeah.
Trey G.
Yeah.
was-
Shout out
my
Trey
first-
G.
My first photo shoot. You know, shout out to Trey G. Goes in the whole Damn Nation Radio. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My boys, I
Yeah.
used to hold it down for them.
That's what's
So,
up.
we was just like meant to be
Yeah.
each other's world.
Absolutely. Life goes around full circle, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's the circle of life, right?
Mhm.
With that being said, let's go on, keep going with the circle of life.
Mm-hmm.
Other new music.
Mhm.
Let's talk about it.
So I have
Next time. What is it called? Next time.
next mistake.
Next mistake.
Well, next mistake, that's one of my actual older tracks. I was working with, his name is Tom Slick. He's actually a band member for, he's a band member for Tony. So he had reached out to me, flew me out to LA. It was really dope.
You definitely, I met you 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And in 2 years, I love seeing artists, flourishing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because so many artists, they limit themselves.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't flourish. You're getting out here. You performed in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Atlanta, Cali, New York, St. Louis,
music playing in all these same
Yeah.
states.
In
You
all
get
these-
what I'm
the same
saying?
states, yeah.
Blowing up 92.3 right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Shout out to 92.3 and Ran Terry, DJ K Caesar, Shondale. Man, they doing some amazing things that way back when, artists, you couldn't hear local artists on the radio like that, so that's a big thing. Yeah. That's a big thing, yeah.
What would you like to tell the audience about DeLaFaye that we may not know? You get what I'm saying? I love to just dive into who you are outside of artistry.
Okay.
Something fun.
Okay.
Crazy. Not boring. We don't want
I'm
boring.
trying to see, like
Everybody got this quirky, crazy, weird sense
Okay.
of something.
I won't say it's weird, but I am a green thumb. I have an amazing green thumb.
Oh, you love
I
plants.
love plants. I love nature. Like literally, if you come to my house, I have just plants, big plants, little plants. I love plants.
That's how you growing.
Yeah. Hey.
That's the way that they say if you plant seeds and water them, they will grow.
Yeah.
And yours are definitely growing.
Yeah.
Musical music.
Mhm.
Well, besides, of course, your mom.
Right.
What was the name of the band she played with?
Versatile. Yeah. Yeah.
You grew up traveling with your mom and stuff like that.
Yep. At the shows, at the rehearsals, everything.
How was that?
Man,
Being
was
on the road when it came to school. So were you like homeschooled?
No, I wasn't homeschooled. I still was in school. So I would just go like when they did have shows and I was able to go, I would go.
Okay.
So my mama didn't play that. I was definitely in school. But like I was back there even during the practices. So my grandfather, he had a bootleg in Indianapolis.
Okay.
#1 bootleg in the city. Okay, Babe Ryan.
She I can tell it now.
Listen, I can tell it now. I'm grown now. But he used to bootleg it. Like we used to be. I used to be in the garage. It's a white garage. And while they back there rehearsing, you just hear people knocking at the window, coming to get because it was a dry state. It was a dry state on Sunday.
Okay.
So it's changed now, but back then it was dry. So on Sundays, the only way for you to get your drink is to come to a bootleg. So that's what he used to do. So while they back there rehearsing, they tapping on the window, So I'm seeing all this boy. It was just a lot going on, but even just still being back there, seeing my mom and her element, her best friend, singing background and the rest of my family, that was an amazing feeling. And when you're young, the feeling of live music is in me. The beat of the drum,
I
the
can't wait to
bass.
see you perform in front of a band.
Oh, I perform
I
constantly.
say I can't wait to see it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to invite you.
I said I can't wait to see it. You get what I'm saying? Right.
I
I want to be
invite
right
you.
there because I want that feel because music is supposed to serenade. It's supposed to get down in here.
Yes.
Not just up in here.
Yes.
It's supposed to go
Right here.
deep. It was created to be therapeutic.
Mhm.
And that's what your music do,
Mhm.
For those who are tuned in,
Mhm.
tell them where they can find your music while Miss Margaret get us some of this fantastic music before we dive off into more with Miss DeLaFaye herself.
So you can find me really anywhere. If you go to www.delafaymusic.com, it has all of my social media, all the links to my music. Of course, I have a YouTube channel which is DeLaFaye Music. I have SoundCloud. You can find me at any, major streaming platforms. I've been on quite a few mixtapes with DJ Smooth Montana, DJ, shoot. It always just leaves my head every time I try to put his name out there. But my mixtapes, just type in DeLaFaye, you'll see all the mixtapes are on.
She everywhere. She is streaming everywhere.
Oh, shout out Dope from the Go. Stack and Scarf DJs. Yeah, definitely.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the hottest DJs is playing her tracks. Not track. Tracks. See what I'm saying? Man. I was kinda waiting on the song, but let's go ahead and finish talking about the music.
Mm-hmm.
Producers. You know, do you work with do you prefer to just stay with one producer? Or do you travel everywhere for your beats?
You know what? I work with everybody. I've been working with a producer named Brown.
Okay.
Yeah, he's really dope. He actually did Hear That Shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we did Hear That Shit.
Oh, he's definitely dope.
Oh yeah, he
artist.
definitely is. And I've been working with a producer in Iceland actually.
Okay.
So he's in Iceland, and of course we can't connect with each other personally, but we Zoom and we talk to each other, and he hand makes a lot of my music, because I have a certain sound that I look for,
Okay.
and I just cater to me, it's just that's my sound, I don't want anything that is, that sounds like everything else.
So what you gonna do when people start mimicking your sound? Because that's what's going on. Like a lot of music sounds the same.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And it's because once again, they're afraid to step about their comfort zone. They want to jump on that bandwagon of what's trending.
Mm-hmm.
There's no individuality. So I salute you, Queen.
Thank
So,
you.
finding your own niche.
Yeah.
And sticking with it. You grew up around music, but you're not doing exactly what you see.
Yeah.
You're putting a little bit of this,
A little bit of that on there.
You get what I'm saying? And that's it special.
Yeah. Like everybody don't make, you can make spaghetti, but you don't gotta make it like everybody else.
This is true.
What makes your spaghetti different, So,
Yeah, but we're gonna get ready to tap off into this music. What we got right here coming up?
Hear That Shit?
Hear that shit, and we need y'all to keep it live. Make sure y'all share the live, okay? Share the live because this sugar honey iced tea is hot, baby. Go ahead, bump that shit I need. Shit I need.
too funny.
Keep him on his toes like a ballerina. You get what I'm saying? You know how hard it is to stand on your toes? Huh? Get them bars. Speaking up for a sister.
Hey, look, you got to, we ain't all about twerking, sometimes we need business. Sometimes
Yes. That, man, everything about that is hard. And that was just that. They did a remix.
Oh, yeah.
The remix?
Yeah.
I was just like, I listened to it again on the way here because it's jaw dropping.
Yeah.
the bars they come from there, you know.
Yeah.
What what was the driving force behind the bars?
You know, it was the anger, you know, it was the anger of the situation that was going on at hand with my Hear That track. And I think that I'm just the happy, I call myself like a happy rapper. You know, I'm not, you know, rapping about drugs and, you know, being promiscuous and, you know, whatever, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I'ma get money, motivation, party, like I'm happy, you know, content. But this particular track, I just like, hold up, cause you know, I need you to understand that it's not that. Don't play with me.
Don't
play
cross
with me.
that line, because when you cross that line,
Right.
I'll show you, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
and I don't want to be that, but you know, hey, you know, I'm very passionate about what I do. You know, I'm extremely passionate about what I do. I spend a lot of money on what I do. You know, so for that reason is why I'm passionate about
But
it.
you know what? One thing I do want to commend you, because I did watch an interview that you did with someone else talking about the track, and your poise with Asian down. I want to salute you, because a lot of people just would have went in. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You was very tactful about it. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So salute to you for being a humble individual.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that was enough to drive anybody insane.
Well,
Especially when you right here,
Yeah.
you where you need to be, and
Yeah.
you gonna come down here and try to step on these toes.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
I'm flattered. If
Yeah.
anything, I'm flattered.
that's
Yeah.
it.
I'm
You know,
I'm
you took
flattered.
the words up out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you, when I think of things like that, that's a flattering, because that lets you know
Yeah.
that you're on the right track.
Yeah.
And people worry.
Yeah.
They see you coming. They're
Yeah.
watching. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what's next? Speaking of see you coming, let's tell them where they can find you at, since they out here trolling and honking anyway. Let's give them the proper invitation.
Yeah.
What's next?
Man, it's a lot of things going on. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of writing, just staying, just kind of staying to myself and sticking to my craft. Because the next track I put out, I'm excited. I'm really excited. It's R&B. I've been giving a lot of hip hop. I have these spurts of where, you know, I want to give hip hop. You know, I just want to give the, you know, rough DeLaFaye. And then sometimes I get these spurts where I want to give the softer side of DeLaFaye. So I do have a track, another single that's going to be coming out called Pretty. And it's a really,
That
really.
you are. You so pretty,
Thank you.
girl.
Thank
Yo,
you.
I be watching your little videos, like, you just be so down up in them hats. Do you get on do you do your, just pretty videos? Because you do pretty videos.
Yeah.
I guess that's a great way to introduce the new song that's
Yeah.
going to come out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Am I onto something? Because marketing is everything.
It is, but
Right.
the song is actually a lot deeper
Okay.
than that. The song is basically about being in a situation with a person, and they kind of take for granted just you, who you are, your beauty, you know, and that someone else can come along and appreciate it.
Okay.
You know, so
what type
the-
of tempo is it?
It's a real like laid back type of track, you know, and it's very relatable. You know, I've had a lot of people who have heard it that says it's very relatable. So I'm excited. I plan on doing a video for it. So any music that I put out, you know, forward, I always do a video for it. So I'm in the workings of doing the video now. I wanted to shout out Doughboy Television. Doe, he's in Atlanta. I just did an interview with him. He's super dope, so that's going to be coming out. I'll be talking about a lot of things that I have coming up. But yeah, the next one is this next song coming up. Yeah, so I'm excited.
Who's producing the music?
So it's gonna be the producer over in Iceland.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Ah.
yeah. So I've been doing a lot of work with him, you know, and it's.
So we about to be international.
Oh yeah. A lot of
Yes.
my music that I do, because he promotes over where he is, so I am getting played in Iceland, so yeah.
Pop your collar. Pop your collar. You ain't got one. I got a little man face.
I got a little one.
You know,
I got a little one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. You know, I salute you, Queen, and all that you do.
Yeah.
Man, I don't have anything else. I think that I covered pretty much
You
everything.
did a lot of homework too. I'm like, okay.
Because you're a dope individual.
I appreciate it.
I really wanted to shed light on like your journey.
Yeah.
You know, you've been in it.
Yeah.
And you've been consistent. You
Mhm.
don't fall off.
Yeah.
So I do ask something else.
Yeah.
How do you stay consistent? You know, because you did say you work. In the meantime, sometimes you still work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So how do you fit your music into your day-to-day life? You know.
I know a lot of people are gonna say, oh, well, you should always be dropping. I've never believed in that. I feel like when you drop too much at one time, it doesn't give people the opportunity to appreciate what you're doing. Right. So I'm the type of artist where it's like, you know, I'm always gonna stay in the eye, and I'm gonna surprise you. You know,
Okay.
it's never oh man, I know DeLaFaye is gonna do this at this. No, I wanna surprise you so that you're always just anticipating or waiting to see, you know, what I'm gonna do next. And, you know, I put a lot of time and a lot of thought into what I do. So, if I'm gonna do a song, you know, I'm gonna do a video, you know, and I'm gonna do a storyline. Like, you know, that's the type of artist that I am. You know, I take pride in, you know, what I put out. I don't wanna just put out anything just for the sake of putting out content. I have a fan base, and I know that I have a faithful fan base. You know,
do.
Yeah, so, you know, when they
Quite a few followers
Yeah.
on all the platforms.
Yeah.
Rising.
Yeah.
1,500
Mhm.
on Facebook.
Mhm.
I know, but- You want me to break your numbers down, please?
Well, I have 5,000 friends plus 1,500 followers.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just about to say.
Yeah.
And on Instagram.
Instagram 3,000.
3,000, like
Yeah.
YouTube,
Yeah.
we're climbing. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that follow this dope musician,
Aw.
songwriter,
Yeah.
philanthropist. She's just all over everywhere.
Yeah.
doing
I do a
many,
lot of
many
things. I definitely wanted to shout out Your Passion First. I'm actually a mentor as well. So I mentor the youth from anywhere between the ages of 12 to 24. So basically what we do is we just show them how to be basically bosses, showing you how to take your passion and turn it into a way to make money. Yeah, so helping them with financial
and
literacy.
make greatness within them because
Yes.
we all have it. You know
Yes,
what
I
I'm
wish
saying?
I had
our own
something like that. Yeah.
uniqueness.
Yes,
Is what I like to say.
yeah.
You spoke on surprises.
Mm-hmm.
When can we anticipate a full album?
A full album.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say,
Because like your music would definitely, I know the album, well EP is what
Yeah.
we call it nowadays,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's something that you'll be able to pop in
Yeah.
and ride to.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying? Everybody be looking for mixtapes because
Yeah.
you can't stand to listen to one person
yeah,
all the way through.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
can do that because
Aw.
it's versatile. You got
Okay.
a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
when, girl,
It's
when?
with me. I always said that if I do an album, I'm gonna be so extra with my album. You know, so I just want to take my time and I want to just be patient.
So that means we're gonna get like a double album?
Oh,
a
it's,
triple album, or
it's
something like
if
that?
when you get a DeLaFaye album, you gonna get a DeLaFaye album. You know,
Right.
so
And I can picture the cover. The
See.
cover gonna have a hat.
look, I want to be able to really put my all, and
Yes.
that's gonna be a situation where I no longer am working. It's just that, and that's what I want to put all my heart, my soul into when I do an album. So that's why I said, in the meantime, between time, I'm gonna stay consistent with just my content and just, you know, putting out singles and EPs and things like that. But when I hear of album, I think of like Beyonce, or Chrisette Michelle, you know, Missy Elliott. They put out albums. Like, I want to go into the studio, got a team. I want all of that. I want the whole experience.
You do.
And
You give me that Missy vibe. Now that you brought up, because I love Missy.
Oh,
I think she's untouchable in the industry.
I think
she is so
Yes.
she's underrated as an artist, producer, musician overall. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's everything.
Man, that kind of like brought tears to my
Yeah.
eyes. I love Missy. Shout out to Missy. If
Yes.
you're watching this, hashtag, y'all share it, you know, because I think y'all should do something together. I think it'll be something.
I would probably die.
Woo!
If I were to do this.
And you know, Trey G, the Ghost, you know, the YBE music. Yeah, you definitely can make it happen. So I'm gonna be looking forward to that. I'm gonna give y'all a year to make it surface. Cause COVID going on. You get what I'm saying? I know it don't take that long, but people are booked up. You know, it take me like 2 months to get a doggone doctor appointment.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I'm putting that in the air for you.
Please do.
And when
Put
it
it in the
happens,
air. Sounds
I'm
good.
gonna need you to drop it right into my inbox like she bananas. I need you to play that track because you spoke it into fruition.
Yeah,
You know.
definitely.
Speaking of fruition, what else would you like to see come to your career?
You know what? I really want to get into, you know, just basically artist development. You know, whether it be songwriting, for, you know, any type of artist. Because I write music now. I actually write more music for men than I do women. So I definitely want to get into that. Actually having a functioning label. You know, a real major functioning label where I'm signing artists.
You are, that's what you say you know?
No, that's what I want to
That's
do.
what you are gonna do?
That's what I am going
That's
to
what
do.
you're gonna do?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, I take it.
Okay.
That's what I am going to do.
Yes.
Just producing, writing, and, you know, just development, just all of that. You know, just being really creative, you know, having, you know, my ideas. Because I have so many different ideas and things that I want to do that don't even necessarily pertain to me that I would want to see. You know, not even just come from myself, just from somebody. You know.
I might be able to help you with that. Cause you know my saying, don't nobody know good music like I know good music. And I know quite a few artists.
Yeah.
Looking for some guys.
Look.
Like, I don't play.
Yeah.
Everybody know when it comes to my platform, you don't just get on there because you're doing music. You gotta be dope.
Yeah.
Like, not just dope music, you have to be a dope individual. And you have to be passionate about what you're doing. You can't be jumping in and out. Like, you gotta be serious from the heart.
And that's my biggest thing is I just want to have longevity in what I do. You know, I don't want to just be a singer. I don't want to just be a rapper. You know, I've done musical theater. You know, and honestly, musical theater is what kind of got me a lot over, you know, some stage fright. You know, how I act and how I perform. You know, it's the same thing. It's just I'm singing while I'm performing. You know, that's
how
just
do you like doing musical theater? Do you
it
like
was
that?
fun.
Do you like theater, performing in a theater more than performing on the stage?
Absolutely not, because in the theater, I have to say what they want me to say.
Okay.
When I'm performing, I do what I want to do. So it's a different
So you
type
love
of
having that creative control.
I love having creative control, which is why I would never sign it over to anybody for no amount of money, because I want to be able to control how I feel. I want to control what I am projecting to people.
Okay.
You know, I want to be able to control that. Yeah, definitely.
Do you feel like that's important as an artist?
Absolutely. You'll be miserable if you do not have any type of freedom. You know, freedom is everything. You know, freedom of expression, freedom to be. You know, I walk around with a smile on my face because I'm myself. You know, and I don't have to hide that from nobody. I'm me. You know, either you like it or
I
not.
love that you just said that. You know, my slogan is Freedom Friday.
Yeah.
When you learn that you are free, you have free will and free choice to do what it is that you do. So you have to be conscientious of your choices.
Yes, you do.
Because they alter your future.
Yes, they do.
And you definitely got them about the, you know, what they
Cold.
say. You know what they say. You got them about and I love that. Man, it's been a vibe.
It has.
Definitely chopping
I
it up
love
with
it.
you know.
Yeah, I love it.
Come back anytime. I know Miss Foster would love to have you
Absolutely.
back.
I appreciate her for having
Before
me.
we go out, can we listen? We got time to listen to another track? Enough time to listen to another track?
We sure can.
Okay.
Want to do the
I wanna
remix?
hear, who?
Want to do the remix?
We can.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Girl, you trying to turn me up on this Friday. Come on with the remix. Y'all need that. Shed a live, because it's about to go down. It's about to be a situation up in here. DeLaFaye music right here on the scene. It's me, She Bananas. Behind the scene, we got Miss Barbara Foster doing what she do, her creative control over there. Come on, girl, give us that track, cause it's the remix. Remix.
You so stupid.
Hey, cause this go hard. turn me up. I can't wait to get up out of here. So y'all know how we always do it. Before we get up out of here, I'm gonna bless you with this shirt, but I need you to go ahead, tell them how they can find you, your music again, and what's next for you, because I want them to make sure they come and pop out at your next show.
Absolutely. So you guys, again, you can find me at www.delafaymusic.com. You can find me on all major streaming platforms. Definitely my mixtapes. I'm on a wide variety of mixtapes. I actually just put out a track called I'm Not the Same. So you can go check that out on mymixtapes.com. SoundCloud, honestly, anywhere. I got a Pinterest.
She's streaming everywhere. Y'all need to go get it, because she got something for any and everybody on here. I don't care what age group you're in. You know, her music don't fall into one particular genre. Okay. So I need y'all
Right
listen.
Right here.
Go listen. And thanks for tuning in to yet another episode of On the Same. Here is your shirt, because we appreciate you.
And it's
Okay.
V-neck.
You
It's a
get what I'm
V-neck.
saying?
Yes.
We gotta get you right on together. You know what I mean? It's different here. With that being said, make sure you go follow On the Scene, okay? On Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. You can find it on Instagram at On the Scene 1.
Hey.
Also on Twitter. YouTube, it is On the Scene Chicago, because everybody wanna, you know, do what, you know, Asian Dow did. So, it's On the Scene Chicago. If you're trying to be a guest on the show, feel free to hit us up, and we are on the scene 1@gmail.com. I am your host for tonight, She Bananas. You can follow me on all platforms, Chiqueta Bananas, CHIQUETA. Also go follow my page, She Bananas, CHIBANANAS, because She Bananas. Yeah, yeah. We're out. And I said what I said. Y'all better go follow all up. Right now.